Welcome to Saxophone University. On this episode, I'm going to talk more about breathing techniques, okay, and then how to produce your first sound. Breathing techniques and how to produce your first sound. Okay, so I think people do ask about how I breathe when I play. It's the same thing everybody does. It's the same breathing actually, it's the same breathing. The only thing is, a lot of people have bigger diaphragm than others. Okay, so I think that is where the difference might lie. So if you want to perfect your breathing techniques, you need to work on your diaphragm. Okay, how you can retain air for whatever you want to play. Okay, how you can retain air and then how you can release the air you have retained. Okay, that is all about breathing. So way back we have this technique that we used to do: breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. After a very long while, I didn't even know how that thing worked until I started playing the saxophone. That is when I realized that, oh, so that breathe in, breathe out exercise we used to do way back in class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5, as an exercise in the classroom. This is actually the importance of that exercise. Okay, so I'll just share with you how that exercise works in case you also have a wrong motive or a wrong perception about the exercise. Okay, this is how it works. Mostly what we do is you breathe in through your nose. Okay, so that's what we call the inhale. You inhale the air through your nose, and then you keep the air inside your diaphragm. So let me just say stomach, in case you don't, the diaphragm looks like a very big word to you. Let me just say stomach. That's a basic ideology for everybody to understand. Okay, so you breathe in, you inhale the air into your stomach, and then you exhale the air through your mouth. Okay, that is the whole concept about breathing. The breathe in, breathe out you've been doing way back. That is the whole concept. So you take in the air, you inhale from through your nose into your tummy, and then you bring it out through your mouth. So the air that you bring out through your mouth, that is what produces the sound. Okay, that is what produces the sound. Somebody can also argue, even if I don't do that, I can still produce a sound. That is true. Okay, it is possible. But we are looking at playing a musical instrument, not just blow a sound. Okay, if you want to maintain a cleaner sound, if you want to maintain a round sound, if you want to maintain a heavier and a depthious sound, you have to listen to what I'm saying. Okay, my brother, I said listen to what I'm saying. Okay, so you breathe in, inhale, and then you breathe out, exhaling through your mouth. Okay, so that's the whole concept. So when you inhale, you keep the air in your tummy, and then you exhale through your mouth bit by bit. You don't just bring it out. No. Okay, that's a lazy way. I think this is one concept the swimmers even use. I think so. I don't swim, but they have some swimming vibes. You get it? So you inhale through your nose. So what you do is, this is just a basic exercise for everybody. Okay, so you hold your mouth. You can do this or you can do this, whichever way. Just prevent air from coming through your mouth. Okay, you do this, and then you breathe in. Okay, you can hear the sound. When you do that, you can see my tummy. My tummy has just come out like that. Okay, protruded. Okay, you can see it. So I'm still keeping the air in my tummy whilst talking to you. Okay, so it means that I have a lot of air in my tummy to actually talk to you without struggling. Okay, so that is the idea. And then when you blow, okay, you intend to do what? Release the air bit by bit, bit by bit, till your tummy goes back to normal. And then the sequence continues again. Okay, so this time around, I'm not using my finger. It's just an approach. So you do that, you keep the air here, and then you release it, okay, bit by bit. So it goes back to normal. Okay, this is a technique. You don't have to. I know people do say that if you don't eat, you can't play. The truth is, if you overeat, you can't play. Okay, if you don't eat, you can actually play. The only problem is if you don't eat, okay, you have less of energy to actually use. So that is why people think if you don't eat, you can play. But the truth is, if you don't eat actually, you can even play better than you eat. If you understand how this breathing concept works, you can play better than you eat. The only issue here is probably you it might have maybe health implications on you. That is why you say eat, okay, at least eat so that you don't feel any dizziness. But don't be full because you are keeping the air in your tummy. If you are full, there's no space for the air to actually go and sit. So you can just take in something small and go and session, okay, and then come back and do the rest of the eating you want to do. But don't go and fill your stomach. You can't breathe. You might suffocate yourself. Okay, don't do that. We need you. We need you alive. Okay, this year, more gigs day. We need you to come and play. Don't go and die. We beg. Okay, so breathe in, keep the air in your tummy, and then breathe out bit by bit. Okay, through your mouth into the instrument. That is breathing for you. Okay, so if you don't have this concept, Weaver, please, this is the concept. Keep it and use this information for yourself. I beg you. All right. Thank you very much. And then secondly, okay, when it comes to making the first sound, after breathing, then you can produce a very good sound. Okay, so you hear a lot of sax players saying, do long tones if you want a good sound. Do long tones. Do long tones. Do long tones. Do long tones. The raw concept about doing long tones is what I've just touched on about the breathing. Okay, if you are doing long tones and you are not breathing well, let me just put it that way. If you are not using the right breathing techniques, you will still not sound better. You might be frustrated along the line and then stop. Why? Because you think everybody is talking about doing long tones, doing long tones. I'm also doing long tones, but I'm still not getting the sound. What is the problem? I'm telling you the problem right now. Okay? I'm telling you the problem. If you Google it, you might not see it. So I'm just telling you, watch the video. Watch it like 10 times to understand. Okay? Do the breathing exercise well. Inhale, keep the air, and then exhale through your mouth. So what you do is you keep the air and then you blow into the instrument. Okay? The whole idea about long tones is for you to have a steady and a straight sound as possible. Okay? This is not about spirituality or anything, my brother. If you are doing the long tones and you don't have a straight and even sound as possible, you will never sound better. You can complain from now till thy kingdom come. You will never have a good sound. The only secret to having a good sound is to having a very good breathing technique, and then making sure that when you blow with the breathing technique you have, you can keep a steady and a straight note. That is what helps you to get a good sound. Anything aside this, it won't work. If you are going and buy the most expensive instrument, buy the most expensive mouthpiece, it won't work, irrespective of your embouchure. If you have the right strength of air going into the instrument, you will have a good sound, irrespective of your embouchure. If like through the mouthpiece, it doesn't matter. You will still have a very nice sound for yourself. Okay? You can't sound like anybody. You should have this in mind. You can only sound as good as you are sounding for yourself, not for me or like me. Okay? So you just have to apply the technique to suit yourself. Okay? Just apply the techniques to suit yourself. Okay? Yeah. So